Disney has announced the classic fantasy film Willow to come to 4K this holiday season. Severin Films announces 5 new 4Ks to come out during their Black Friday sale. Umbrella Entertainment announces their new March slate including Horrorware on 4K. One of the biggest box office bombs of the year, The Red One, is getting a 4K and Blu-ray release from Warner Brothers. Gladiator 2 has a 4K and 4K Steelbook available to pre-order. And we finally have the release date and images for the 7 4K Digipack. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. Going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 239. That is right, guys. Your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of Blu-ray and 4K. And look, guys, it's not a huge show in terms of like new announcements and deals and rumors and stuff. We definitely have stuff to talk about. But like this week, we're going to get into it. It's one of the most massive release weeks for physical media. Like, it's insane what is coming out this week. Like, if you're interested in a lot of this stuff, like, your pocketbook is going to be seriously hurting. Your wallet is going to be hurting for sure. There's a lot of stuff to discuss there. So we definitely had stuff to talk about in today's Physical Media Report, some good stuff to talk about. But before we get into it, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about all things physical media here on this channel: Blu-rays, 4Ks, only the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me every single day. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button. Also hit the like button, and then comment down below, guys, of everything that we talk about here today. And like I said, we've got good stuff to talk about. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And what gets those juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. And everything, guys, that I will talk about on today's Physical Media Report will be linked down below. Not everything, but everything that has a pre-order, I should have said, will be linked down below. Amazon affiliate links. If you use those, you are supporting the channel, and I would definitely appreciate that. So I have all the pre-orders for this week. I've got some of the deals down below as well that we're going to talk about. And also I've got some new pre-orders that are going to be up as well down below in the description. So use those links if you could be so kind. I would appreciate it. Okay, guys, let's talk. Speaking of getting your juices flowing, who's excited for The Red One? This is a new movie that came out in theaters, I think, this weekend. I think the budget was like $250 million. It's on track to make $30 million. So I guess Warner Brothers is looking to recoup some of their sales for this movie, and this is coming out on 4K and Blu-ray at some point, I imagine, in 2025. And I imagine there'll be some kind of a Steelbook edition as well. Like I said, Warner Bros. Is going to try to squeeze every penny that they can make off of this movie, off of that budget, and what it's going to make at the box office. But who knows, guys? This is a Christmas holiday movie that's coming out. Yes, it's only making $30 million opening weekend, but if it's one of the only like big like Christmas movies that comes out this year, because I'm not exactly sure what's coming out for the rest of the year, it might have some legs, and it might like just churn and burn and make money all the way through the holiday season. I don't know. I mean, it's The Rock. The people generally like The Rock, right? I mean, I know he's got some backlash and heat for some things, but I mean, I think the average like audience, enjoys The Rock. So maybe it does good like throughout the holiday season, makes its money back, and then the physical media sales recoup some of the loss as well. But yeah, it doesn't look like to be a good start for The Red One, but we are getting it on Blu-ray and 4K. Who's excited for that, guys? More Christmas on 4K and Blu-ray. Let me know in the comment section below. But here's the big one that I think people are pretty excited about. Now, I have not seen this movie. It's a big movie, guys. I know I'm going to get some crap in the comment section, as I usually do, but Willow is coming to 4K. Disney announced Willow coming to 4K. This is the regular standard version, and this is the Steelbook version right here. So I don't think these are available to pre-order as of right now. If they are available by the time I put this video out, because I usually film it a day or so early, I will leave those links down below. But usually with Disney, they'll announce something, and then a couple of weeks later, they'll do the pre-order. But yeah, Willow, classic movie. We got Val Kilmer in this movie. You got Warwick Davis in this film. And yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I've got it in the collection, and I assume that this would be coming to 4K at some point. So I'll definitely watch it for the first time when it comes to 4K. But it's coming to 4K pretty soon. It's coming out from Disney on December the 10th. Like I said, you got this standard edition, and you've also got this Steelbook edition as well. Now, the big question is, when this goes up for pre-order, What's the price going to be for that steelbook? Because the Disney model for steelbooks right now is $65, and then we'll lower it to 55 to make people feel like they got a deal. Like, I know how Disney plays it. I'll more than likely just be getting that slipcover version because that'll be a more affordable price for the movie. But if you're a steelbook collector and you like to get all the Disney steelbooks, like it's definitely going to put a hurting on your wallet for sure. But you are getting, looks like you're getting the Blu-ray, the 4K, and the digital code with this release. I think with both releases, you should be getting that. But yeah, it's again, I haven't seen Willow, but it looks like a fun fantasy adventure film with some good scenery and settings that will probably lend itself very well to a 4K. So I'm sure this is a movie that a lot of people have been waiting to come to 4K. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited to finally check out Willow on 4K. Let me know if you are in the comment section below. Another new movie that I don't know if this came out this weekend. I've seen people go and see it, but I don't know if it was early screening or anything like that. But we've got Gladiator coming to 4K. And this isn't, I don't think this is the official artwork of this because it does say at the bottom, the artwork not final, but this is available to pre-order on Zavi right now. No official release date, but we're going to be getting this movie on 4K and Blu-ray. And there is also a 4K steelbook available as well to pre-order. Now, again, that's not the official artwork for that steelbook. If it was, it's pretty bland and generic. But we will be getting Gladiator 2 on 4K and Blu-ray at some point, I imagine in early 2025. But yeah, if you've seen Gladiator 2, because again, I'm not sure if the movie came out this weekend or if it comes out next weekend. I think the movie's coming out the same weekend as Wicked is. And I think that's next week. I think this weekend was the red one. I shouldn't be having these like internal monologues when I'm doing the physical media report live because there's no editing here, guys. Like I may edit a couple things, but there's really no editing with the physical media report now. But Gladiator 2, I think I've heard good things about it. I'll probably wait till it comes to physical to watch it. But yeah, if you're excited for the movie, if you're excited for owning it, rest assured you're going to be getting it on 4K. And I think most Ridley's newer movies, they get 4K releases when they come out. All right, next up, guys, we have got Seven. This is the Digipack release, the promised Digipack release of Seven. This is coming out from Warner Brothers officially on January the 7th. This is the full look at this. So you got the rigid slipcase, you got the folded package front, you got folded package next to it, you got folded package interior and folded package exterior. They're giving you the full look at this thing. Looks like a nice set, a really nice set for sure. And again, they said that David Fincher had a hand in designing this. Like that's why they canceled the What's in the Box edition, all those other UK overseas editions, was because David Fincher didn't like them. He's like, I don't like this crap. He goes, let's just do a standard steelbook and let's do the Digipack, packaging for this release, because they did one back in the day. I think I actually have it. I think it was the DVD release that kind of looked like a notebook. And I believe that was a Digipack as well. So maybe I've never really heard of a director like having a say in the packaging of the release. So this is kind of a new one for me. But yeah, apparently David Fincher had a hand in designing this Digipack set. My only issue with this, guys, is I don't know. We haven't yet got an announcement. Like we have the Steelbook and we have this Digipack set. We haven't yet got an announcement for a standard edition. And again, I like having the options, and that will definitely be a more cheaper, affordable version if they do a standard edition. So I'm wondering if they're just going to do this Digipack. Now the Digipack comes out for pre-order and it's like 25 or $30, then fine. I think that there's some people that might not want the Digipack. They want the standard release anyway. But I think if the price is okay, then most people will be okay with it. And to be fair, the Steelbook went up for pre-order on Groove for $29.99. That's still not a bad price for a new 4K release, especially of a film that people have been waiting for, like Seven on 4K. So hopefully this is affordably priced. And I imagine at some point down the line, they'll do a regular standard version. They'll just be doing this Digipack and Steelbook release when it first comes out. But it is a really nice Digipack edition. I'm just hoping they don't charge like $40 or $45 for it or something. And the Steelbook in this edition are the only editions that you're able to get. Now, moving on, we have the Penguin. Now, we don't have an official image of this, but Zabi put up a pre-order of a 4K and a Blu-ray steelbook for the new show on HBO Max, or this is actually an HBO original, but I'm sure it's on Max right now streaming, of The Penguin, which is a spinoff series of The Batman. Matt Reeves is the Batman. So, and I think it is actually directed by him as well. I don't know if all the episodes are directed by him, but I know at least a couple of them are, because it puts his name down at the bottom, from the director of The Batman. So yeah, The Penguin. Haven't watched the show, but I've actually heard some really good things about it, and it's cool to see a TV show come to physical media, because a lot of these streaming shows and shows on TV and stuff, like, they don't always come to physical. So it's good to see The Penguin getting a physical release. Now, whether I get it or not, or watch the show or not, I honestly just have no interest. I like The Batman. I liked it as a standalone movie. I don't know how much I need to see of that world, like, just extended out. I'm kind of just over comic book stuff at this point, even though I've heard like the show is like really just like a gangster drama, like almost like a Martin Scorsese film or something, in its approach to the material. So it is something that I do potentially want to check out at some point, but it's just I don't have like super interest in it right now. But The Penguin, guys, if you enjoyed the show, you want to be able to get a 4K and a Blu-ray steelbook. I imagine there'll be standard versions as well, but the steelbook is available to pre-order right now. Let me know if you're excited for it in the comment section below. We've got some Kino stuff to talk about, guys. Kino's been dropping announcements, 4K announcements like crazy, including Sea of Love. I think we talked about this last week, but we have the actual artwork for this. Now, this is an Al Pacino film. You got Ellen Barkin in the movie and John Goodman. Yeah, I haven't seen Sea of Love, so this would be one that would definitely be on my radar to watch, because I love Al Pacino. I want to see all of his films at some point. But Sea of Love, this is actually coming out on January the 28th. It's going to have Dolby Vision, HDR, and a new audio commentary attached to this release as well. We've also got Reindeer Games, guys. Reindeer Games coming to 4K. I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago in the rumor category, but Reindeers is coming to 4K on January the 14th. It's going to have Dolby Vision, HDR. It also includes the director's cut on Blu-ray only. So the director's cut is not on 4K, but it is on Blu-ray. So at least they're offering that in there as well. Now, I have heard this is a Christmas movie, and I can see some of the characters in the back wearing Santa suits. So it's a shame they couldn't get this out for the holiday season in December. But, January the 14th, Reindeer Games, Ben Affleck, Gary Sinise, Charlize Theron. Great cast in this one. I have actually never seen Reindeer Games. It became like a joke, I feel like, in Ben Affleck's career for a long time. Like, people would just joke on it and kind of associate him with Reindeer Games. But I don't know. I've actually heard from some people recently that it's a pretty decent like action heist movie. And I mean, the cast is good enough for me to believe that. I just never felt compelled to check it out. But I will when it gets a 4K release from Kino Lorber, and that comes out on January the 14th. We've also got April Fool's Day coming out on 4K on January the 21st with Dolby Vision, HDR. It's got a new audio commentary, and it seems like it's porting over all of the existing Shout Factory, because this was a Screen Factory release back in the day, features on this one. And it looks like you have the 4K, and then you have a special features Blu-ray. So I wonder if they're going to have the movie on Blu-ray on this one. That's kind of interesting how they stated it that way, because on this one they do 4K and then Blu-ray, but on April Fool's Day it's 4K and then special features Blu-ray. So that's kind of interesting, right, the way they phrase that on there. But yeah, the Shout Factor release had all kinds of special features, and they are porting those over to this release right here. Now, another one that's like, okay, this is April Fool's Day. Why are you releasing in January? Maybe you should have held out for this one for like a late March release, early April for April Fool's Day. Not that people like always theme up what they want to watch. Like, especially, I feel like Christmas movies are kind of sacred, and I have to watch those around Christmas. Everything else, all the other holiday themed movies, I'm fine with watching any other time of the year. So maybe most people won't care about that, but it would have been a nice, good for the the advertisement, the press for this release to put it out on April in April at some point, I think. But April Fool's Day, guys, if you're excited for that, let me know in the comment section below. We also have Murder by Decree. And this looks like a movie directed by Bob Clark, which is pretty interesting. And Bob Clark is an interesting filmmaker because he's tackled so many different genres. But he has two of the most iconic Christmas movies of all time, with Black Christmas and also A Christmas Story, which are completely different films. So he's got a very interesting resume for sure. I didn't know he directed this one until I just saw it at the bottom. But this is getting a 4K release on January the 14th. You got this is a UHD SDR master by Studio Canal. So Studio Canal actually did the work on this one, but they licensed that to Kino Lorber. But this looks like it has reversible cover art on it, which is always nice to see. So yeah, Murder by Decree. Are you excited for that one coming to 4K January the 14th? Let me know in the comment section below. We also have Body Parts. This is a Jeff Fahey movie directed by Eric Reed. And this one is coming out on January the 21st. It's got HDR Dolby Vision. And this was also a Scream Factor release. And it's porting over a lot of those features to this release as well. So that is definitely cool there. And I didn't know with April Fool's Day, guys. Sorry. I like to make sure you get all the information. This has a new audio commentary. So it's not just porting over all the existing features, but it does have a new audio commentary as well. Kino did announce that they will be releasing Foul Play, which is a Goldie Hawn Chevy Chase movie. Now, I actually bought this movie on Blu-ray when Paramount released it a few years ago. Still haven't watched it. So I'm kind of sore right now because I could have just waited and got the 4K and not bothered to get that. But I think it was pretty cheap at like 13 bucks. But Foul Play with Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase will be coming to 4K from Kino Lorber at some point. Now, let's get into the Severin announcements, guys. Severin has been doing all of their Black Friday announcements, and they usually do this for their two big sales in the summer in July and also in the winter for Black Friday. So they announced 5 titles this week. I think they're going to announce 5 more this week. But they've announced all 4K so far. So they're like killing it. Now, I haven't seen any of these movies. I don't know if they're great movies or not. You guys can let me know that in the comment section below. But the first one is Delicatessen. And this one is coming out on 4K. And again, this is a part of the Black Friday sale. So when Black Friday hits, all of these will be available to pre-order on the Severin website. We've also got Eaten Alive coming to 4K. So I don't know if this is some kind of like cannibal movie. That's what it looks like. It looks like a cannibal Holocaust type movie. We've got Rats, Night of Terror. Look at this, guys. Mutants of a Nuclear Disaster is coming out on 4K. So who needs Rats on 4K, guys? I still say, like, we don't have The Omen on 4K. We don't have The Fly on 4K. We don't have the Nightmare sequels on 4K. But by God, we are going to have Rats on 4K UHD from Severin this year, guys. Oh my goodness. Also, Slave of the Cannibal God is coming to 4K this year as well. So again, these are movies I just don't know too much about, more cult movies, which again, Severin is good at that. Vinegar Syndrome is good at that. And a lot of people I'm sure are hyped for these. I'm just not, I just don't know too much about them. We've also got Hell of the Living Dead coming to 4K. A lot of people were hyped for this one, and I'm all for like the Living Dead knockoff movies because they're usually pretty fun. I love Flesh Eater. I think that's one of the best Vinegar Syndrome releases, actually. So I would definitely be down to get this. Of the 5 that were announced this week, I think Hell of the Living Dead is probably one that I will blind buy and pick up. But again, let me know your recommendations in the comments section between Delicatessen, Eaten Alive, Rats, Slave of the Cannibal Gods, and also Hell of the Living Dead. Coming out from Umbrella Entertainment in March. We've only got 3 releases. They're taking it easy this month. Umbrella is usually good for 5 or 6 or sometimes 7 releases every month, but they're taking it easy. In March, we've got Hardware, which they've been promoting on social media for quite some time. We knew that was coming. That is coming out on 4K. We've also got Suburban Mayhem coming out on Blu-ray. So both Hardware and Suburban Mayhem are nice box set releases. And the Mugai, I believe is how you pronounce that, is coming to Blu-ray, just a regular slipcover version. I think that's a newer film that came out within the past couple of years. But that's the Umbrella announcements for the month of March. We've also got another Sylvester Stallone movie on physical media, guys. This is The Lords of Flatbush, and this is also starring Henry Winkler. Sorry, guys. This actually predates Rocky. I think it came out in 1974, so this will be the 50th anniversary for this movie. I've never seen it, but this is a first time to Blu-ray release. I think it's only gotten a DVD release, at least domestically, in the past. So I would definitely be down to get this. I would love to own all the Sylvester Stallone movies in my collection because he's, again, just like Al Pacino, he's another one of my favorite actors. And I've actually heard some good things about this movie, even though Sylvester Stallone wasn't the star of the film. He was more like a side character in the movie because, again, this was before Rocky when his career really took off, but definitely one that I would be down to check out. at some point. I don't know if I'll get it on release day because Sony Blu-rays are usually pretty expensive on release day, but at some point down the line, I'll grab it for sure. Elvira's Haunted Hills is getting a release, a Blu-ray release from 101 Films. Now, I don't know if this is going to have new features, if they're just going to port over the Shout Factory release features, because Shout Factory, Screen Factory did a release of this actually in a hard box a few years ago, and I didn't pick it up. So I don't know if I'll get the 101 Films or I'll just wait to be able to pick up the Screen Factory release at some point. But that is getting a 101 Films release. If you're in the UK, maybe you didn't want to import the Screen Factory version, you'll be able to get this over there for for easier and probably a better price. We've also got Saturday Night coming to Blu-ray. This is coming out from Sony on January the 7th. This is the new kind of biopic film on, I think, the first episode of Saturday Night Live back in the 70s. So I haven't seen this. I've honestly heard kind of mixed things about it, but I'll probably check it out at some point down the line. And lastly, for the new release announcements, we've got a Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring. Sorry, guys, did I even say any of these release dates? Let me go back. I'm just screwing up left and right. Lords of Flatbush comes out on January or December the 31st. Elvira Haunted Hills comes out on December the 2nd, and Saturday Night comes out on January the 7th. And that pre-order, I think, is up now. We've also got Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring is getting a Walmart 4K Steelbook edition. Now, this matches the same image that was on that Steelbook set that came out when all the films were released on 4K back in, I think, 2020. I want to say 2020 is when all those came out. Now, this matches that Steelbook look of that same set. They're just re-releasing them, I'm imagining, separately and standalone. This is coming out from Warner Brothers January the 7th, and the pre-order is up on Walmart.com for $34.96. So there you have it, guys. That is all the new release coverage. Let's dive into some of the sales and the deals right now. So we do have a Barnes & Noble Criterion sale currently going on right now. So I've talked about that the past few weeks. That goes on until the last week. I think that'll probably end on Black Friday, to be honest. That'll probably end on Black Friday. But we have also got a lot of good deals. Let me bring this up. Going on Groove.com right now. And again, that Criterion sale is 50% off of all Blu-rays and 4Ks on BarnesandNoble.com and in Barnes & Noble stores. I've made several videos on that this month. But let's get into Groove, guys. We have got 3 for $30 on 4K UHD titles. And I'm guessing this is going on all the way till Black Friday. So you can get several titles here. Really good titles like Purple Rain, Unforgiven, The Thing, The Color Purple, Enter the Dragon. Like, you got a lot of stuff here. American Sniper, you can get for $10 essentially. Like, if you want to group all these together and get them for $10, really good sale. That's 150 titles. I'm not going to go through them all, but you got 150 titles right now. Now, on the Blu-rays, you can get 3 for $20, and they got some good titles here for sure. Essentially, these are all about 8. They would be $866, for all of them. Eternal Sunshine, Touch of Evil, The Mask, which, God, The Mask needs a 4K so bad. Legend, Last Starfighter. Some good titles here for sure. Now, a lot of these are either getting 4Ks or they got 4Ks, but if you're not interested in that format, then, maybe like Far and Away is getting a 4K, I think, next month from Screen Factory. But you got Orgasmo. Will that ever get a 4K? I don't know. That's a Trey Parker film. Joker's on here. So you got to get Wet Hot American Summers on there. So a lot of these, if you don't own, I mean, it's a good deal to get them all for $20 essentially to get all those titles. Now, another thing that you got is, and my internet seems to be going very slow right now. Bam, there we go. You got a Black Friday limited time deals going on. So this is $12.99 a piece for titles like The Beekeeper, Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, Fall Guy, Horizon, Doom Part 2. So like, these are new titles. This is a great deal. Oppenheimer, $12.99 on 4K. Mario Brothers, $12.99 on 4K. Godzilla, the new Empire, $12.99. This is why a lot of people wait for these studio titles, because they go down a lot during these sales. Now, will you get these with slipcovers? Probably not most of them, but again, a lot of people don't care about that kind of stuff, especially the people that wait this long to get them. Monkey Man is here. Wonka is here. The Color Purple, Despicable Me 4, Blue Beetle, Kung Fu Panda 4, The Watchers, Migration, The Flash, Fast X. Like, you got all kinds of stuff on here for $12.99. So that is a great deal for some of these titles. Now let's switch over to Amazon. Now this is on Blu-ray.com, and they're showing the Amazon prices. Now Amazon is price matching a lot of the Groove titles that are on sale for $12.99. So if you'd rather get them off of Amazon because you're more comfortable ordering from Amazon, or you just have your Amazon Prime account set up and you want the free shipping and all that, you can also get a lot of those titles on Amazon currently. And I will have all of those titles that are available for $12.99 again linked down below for pre-order. So we got Monkey Man for $12.99. Alien Romulus is actually available to pre-order for $29.96. That actually went down in price. But Kung Fu Panda 4 is on here. Barbie on 4K is on here. Of course, they're price matching a lot of the Criterion sale stuff right now, with Seven Samurai on 4K for $29.98 and Paper Moon on 4K for $24.98. So I cannot emphasize enough, guys, these Criterion 4Ks, like if you want to get them, you need to get them now because they're going to go up in price when December hits and January hits. They're going to go back up to 30 to 35 to 40 bucks on Amazon, and in Barnes and Noble and Criterion, they're going to go back up to 50 bucks and also 40 bucks to get Blu-rays and 4Ks. But Blue Beetle is on here. Migrations on here. Contagion's on here for $14.99. The Case of the Bloody Iris, which is a new 4K from Celluloid Dreams, is $29.63 on Amazon right now, and that's the cheapest I've ever seen it. Oppenheimer on Blu-ray is $9.99. We also got, let's see, trying to see if there's any more. Kung Fu Panda on Blu-ray is $9.99. Mario Brothers is $12.99. So a lot of the stuff that's available for cheap on Groove is also on here. The Holdovers is $9.99, but again, that's getting a 4K soon. Game Night on 4K is $19.99. So Color Purple on 4K is $12.99. So a lot of good deals on here right now, guys. A lot of good deals. Night Swim is $9.99 right now on Blu-ray. So definitely, guys, I will link everything I can down below in the description. Now, let's back out and get into what is new this week. And like I said in the opening, guys, there is so much that's coming out this week. It is absolutely insane what is coming out. Let's start with The Terminator. The Terminator is officially coming out this week on 4K from Warner Brothers for $27.19 for the 4K. Now, that has went down in price to $24.99. A lot of these prices I have are olds from when I did my most anticipated video, but the 4K Steelbook is actually unavailable right now. I'm hoping that comes back in stock at some points because it is a nice Steelbook for sure. Now, I did a review of The Terminator. Go check out my review of The Terminator if you haven't seen it yet, because I know a lot of people were questioning, okay, this is a James Cameron film. How is this going to look on 4K? Because we always get a little skeptical of the James Cameron 4Ks. Go check out my review and check out if it's worth it right now. But yeah, that's Steelbook right here, guys. I've got it in my possession. It's nice. Like, it's even nicer in person than it looked in the pictures. We've also got Blazing Saddles coming out on 4K this week. Now, this is available to pre-order for $25.99, and that's on 4K. And we've also got the 4K Steelbook for, I believe, $27.99 for that. So this is coming out from Warner Brothers. And I've got my review for Blazing Saddles. That should have went up. I'm filming this on Sunday. It's going up today. But as this comes out, it would have went up yesterday. So if you didn't check out my review for Blazing Saddles, go check it out. I explain a lot of things about this release that I think you're going to be really interested in and may inform your decision on whether or not you pick that up or not. But yeah, Blazing Saddles coming out on 4K. Definitely highly anticipated title. As is North by Northwest. That is also coming out on 4K this week from Warner Brothers. On 4K for $24.99. There's also a 4K Steelbook available as well for, I believe, $27.99 as well. And these are all Amazon prices. Again, I will link these down below in the description. But this Steelbook is really, really nice on this edition. And I just watched that movie on 4K last night. So I'm going to shoot my review for that very soon. That should be up sometime this week. We've also got A Simple Plan coming out on 4K. This week from Arrow Video for $31.86. There's also a Blu-ray version for $27.99. This is a first time on Blu-ray and 4K release, so definitely excited. I'm hoping to watch that soon. Godzilla -1. Like, this is an insanely huge release week, guys. I'm not even like a quarter of the way done through the high-profile titles, but Godzilla -1 is coming out this week as well on 4K and Blu-ray from Toho. So the 4K is coming out for $24.95, and the Blu-ray is going to be $24.95. There's also a 4K Steelbook that was available. It's not available currently, kind of like the Terminator. I hope this is one that comes back in stock because I didn't pre-order the regular version because I'm waiting for that Steelbook to come back in stock. Like, it has to come back in stock. Like, I want to get the Steelbook for that because I like it better than the standard, version. But if it doesn't come back in stock, I'll get the standard version when it goes down in price a little bit. But I really like the Steelbook, and I do want it in the collection. So hopefully they put that one back in stock. We also got the Frank Capra box set. I think there's 22 movies in this box set, 21 movies, and then I think there's a documentary. This is coming out from Sony for $144.99. So really good price for that set for everything that you get with this. Look at this, guys. So many classic movies, all directed by Frank Capra. Really cool box set that Sony has decided to put out this holiday season. We also have the Zaz, the collection right here, guys. The Zucker, Abrams, and Zucker movies, The Naked Gun, Airplane, and Top Secret are all in this set. Now, The Naked Gun has already gotten a 4K release. You got a 4K Steelbook last year, but I got to get this for Airplane and Top Secret. And the price isn't too bad. It's coming out from Paramount for $45.59. So not a bad price. And again, if you have to rebuy The Naked Gun on 4K, still not a bad price to get Top Secret and Airplane on 4K, even though I wish they would have done standard editions of each film or even steelbooks. Like, why can't we have a steelbook of Airplane? Like, that's such a classic, iconic movie. Also, Top Secret would have been an awesome steelbook. So I don't know what Paramount was thinking there, just doing the steelbook for The Naked Gun and then just this collection for all those. But at least we're getting the movies on 4K. I think that's the most important thing. And then we got Speak No Evil getting a Blu-ray release from Universal for $30.99. I watched this movie over the weekend and really enjoyed it. This is a really good, tense suspense thriller Blumhouse movie. And it's got James McAvoy in it, and it's an incredible performance by James McAvoy. The only thing about this release, guys, and I think it's went down in price a little bit from $30.99. I think it's a little bit cheaper now. The only thing about this, guys, is it's Universal, and they're just putting out the Blu-ray, and you know what they do. Like, in a few months, it's probably going to get a 4K, maybe a 4K Steelbook at some point. So definitely watch out for that, and always be a little skeptical of these Universal titles just coming to 4K, because maybe Scream Factor will do it on 4K at some point. Maybe they'll license it to them. Who knows? We've also got Beetlejuice coming to physical media this week. 4K, Blu-ray, and also a 4K Steelbook is coming out as well. Now, the regular 4K is available for $29.95. The Blu-ray, which is a different cover art, is available for $26.78. And the 4K Steelbook, which I think is still available, is up for $34.99. So definitely one of the bigger movies of the year. I saw in the theaters, and I'll be honest, I hated it. I don't anticipate I'll be getting that one in the collection anytime soon. But yeah, if you liked it, it's available. And I know a lot of people that did like it. So no shame there. You like what you like. I just did not like it myself personally. We've also got Play Misty for Me, classic Clint Eastwood movie. This one always gets a lot of acclaim. This is coming out on 4K from Kino Lorber for $26.48. We've also got Two Mules for Sister Sarah coming out this week on 4K from Kino Lorber for $26.48. And another Clint Eastwood classic, The Iger Station, coming out on 4K for $26.48. We've got Rush coming out on 4K, guys, from Shout Factor for $33.80. Now, no rush on this one for me to pick it up. Pun intended, guys. No rush to pick this one up. I'll get it at some point, probably. I think I have it on Blu-ray, though. I need to watch this film. It's a Ron Howard film, and I've actually heard it's really good, so I need to check it out at some point. We've got Funny Girl coming to 4K from the Criterion Collection this week for $24.99. Like I said, guys, this is the Criterion sale month. You can get it for $24.99 right now, but next month it'll go back up to $34.99 on 4K. But yeah, I'll get this one at some point. I'm just probably not going to get it this month. We've also got House of the Dragon. See, this is an insane release week, guys. House of the Dragon is coming out this week on 4K. And it's getting, this is season 2, by the way, coming out from Warner Brothers on 4K for $39.95. Not a bad price for a season of television, I must say. Also getting a Blu-ray for $34.95 and a 4K Steelbook, which is actually really nice, for $44.95. So I wasn't as high on season 2 of House of the Dragon as I was the first season, but it's still a really good season of television that I would recommend. I would recommend both seasons of House of the Dragon, honestly, if you're a Game of Thrones fan for sure. Little Women, the 1994 version of Little Women, is getting a 4K from Sony for 35.49. Sorry, guys. We've also got Killer's Game coming out this week from Lionsgate on 4K for $42.99. Now, I'm sure that price has dropped a little bit. On Blu-ray for $39.99 and a 4K Steelbook, which I don't have pictured here right now, guys. I've definitely talked about it before. It's like a bluish Steelbook, but this is coming out this week as well for $34.99. So the Steelbook's actually a little bit cheaper than the regular 4K is at this point. We've gotten Labyrinth coming out on 4K. This is the collector's edition. And I think it's getting also super collector's editions on the Shout Factor website, multiple different editions with different packaging options. But the Labyrinth 4K edition, the standard edition, and the Dark Crystal 4K standard edition are both coming out for $82.47. So big prices for both of these releases, but they are big sets with a lot of like extras and stuff in them. We've also got the All the Haunts BRs Volume 2 set coming out from Severin Films for $159.99. I think this has like 24 movies in it. So, like, again, not a bad price for what you're getting in that set. We've also got Tommy, however you pronounce it, guys. This is coming out on Blu-ray from Arrow Video for $27.99. This is the week of very expensive releases, guys. The Criterion 40 film box set release is coming out from the Criterion Collection for $399.98. The box set that I have no idea who the hell this is for, because they're re-releasing so many of their Blu-rays from the past, also 4Ks that they've done. And it's like, if you're a fan of Criterion, like, you've bought most of these titles already. If you're not a fan of Criterion, this isn't like, maybe it's a good way to get into the label, but it's like you're not going to buy 40 titles off the bat, like if you're just getting into the Criterion Collection. So I have no idea like who this is for. But this is probably the cheapest you'll ever be able to get this box set right here, is during the Criterion sale month for $400. $400 for 40 movies. So, like, I don't know, guys. Is this worth it? Is it not worth it? Are you getting this? Let me know in the comment section below. We've also got the Dennis Quaid Reagan biopic coming out this week. Reagan is coming out on Blu-ray from Lionsgate for $17.49. And lastly, guys, we have some Walmart exclusive steelbooks. We've got Dune Part 2 getting a 4K steelbook. We've got Oppenheimer getting a 4K steelbook, and we've got Elvis getting a 4K steelbook. And these are all different artwork editions right here getting re-released. So I'm not going to lie, like, I might get the Oppenheimer steelbook because I missed out on that the first time. And I do love that movie. And I actually think it's a pretty cool cover for sure. But there you have it, guys. That is the Physical Media Report, episode 239. There was a lot of stuff to talk about in terms of new releases this week. So definitely, if you haven't pre-ordered anything, you're looking to get some stuff, I have all those links down below in the description. But thanks again for watching. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.